Today I'm making a work of art that shows movement with line, shape, and color. So I'm going to start with the color part here. I have a limited color palette of mostly cool colors because we are going to be making an autumn sky in which leaves will be blowing. So I want this sky to look kind of windy because our leaves are going to be blowing in the wind. I'm using the shape of clouds to make it look like a sky. I'm using some lines, horizontal lines, maybe to make it look windy, as if the wind is moving across the paper. Artists use lines and shapes and colors in so many different ways. And one way is to show movement in art. So I'm thinking about how I can show movement, like windiness, with these lines and shapes and colors. I like these swirly lines for wind. That's like my go-to thing. You can do something completely different if you want. When I'm done, I'm writing my name on the back. And then I'm going to work on making some leaves. So I've got paper scraps here in warm autumn leaf colors. These will contrast really nicely against the cool colored background. And as you can see, the paper scraps are cut up already. It's totally okay if they're already cut up, they're not perfect. So I'm drawing a leaf by just making an ellipse shape. It's like an elongated, like an oval that's pointy on the top and the bottom. And then I'm doing a vertical line and some diagonal lines for the veins of the leaf. So I'm giving it a little bit of texture. I'm using lines to show texture on a leaf, the veins. So again, an ellipse shape, and then a vertical line and some diagonals to show the veins. I'm also using a principle of art called variety. You can see that I'm doing a variety of sizes of leaves. I'm doing a big one here, just did some little ones. I'm doing a variety of colors, because that's going to make my art look more interesting, and that's actually going to help show movement, because some of the leaves will be closer to you, some of the leaves will be farther away from you. That kind of shows that they're moving in space. I want you to draw at least 10 leaves. That means that you can draw 10, you can draw 20, however many the time allows for, but 10 should be good. But you can't do 9 or 8, that's too little. So make sure you have at least 10 leaves. Try to play around with the sizes, with the shapes. You don't have to do the little ellipse-shaped leaves like I'm doing. If you can think of a other leaf shape that you can do, go for it. You can do a variety of leaf shapes as well. Now, making sure not to waste paper, I'm kind of drawing the leaves on the edge of the paper, going with the curve of the paper. Think about that as you're cutting out your leaves as well. All right, I've got 10 leaves, got my background. Now it's time to arrange them in a composition that shows movement. And the way I drew the lines in my background, they're going kind of horizontally, so I want the leaves to move along those lines, to really look like the wind is carrying them. If they were kind of moving like a different way, it wouldn't really look like the wind was carrying the leaves. They can overlap, which is really cool. That's another way to show movement in space. And once I'm happy with my composition, I'm gluing it all down. I'm making sure to use enough glue so that none of the little leaves fall off of my paper when I'm all done. All right, now I'm done with my composition. I'm just making sure I really glued those down good by massaging the back. And now my artwork shows movement with line, shape, and color.